Aaron Navarro joins me now from the North Lawn of the White House. Aaron, the vice president, as I understand it, traveling to Utah and will be transporting Charlie Kirk's remains to Arizona and has been in close contact with Kirk's family, wife Erica, and 2 children.
That is correct. The vice president, as you mentioned, in Utah, and the body of Charlie Kirk will be on Air Force 2 going back to Phoenix, where Kirk's family is and where the Turning Point USA, that's his organization headquarters, is. We also heard in the past hour from President Trump, who spoke to reporters here on the South Lawn of the White House before he left for New York, where he said that he is concerned for the U.S. and said that a, quote, radical left lunatic is out there. Again, this investigation is still ongoing. On that investigation, President Trump did not get ahead of what we already know, but he said that he does believe that there is progress being made. And the president also told reporters that he had talked to Charlie Kirk's now widowed wife, Erica, saying that she is devastated. Earlier this morning at that Pentagon ceremony that you mentioned at the top of the show that had to get moved from the outside of the Pentagon building to the interior courtyard, President Trump also announced that he would be giving a posthumous Presidential Medal of Honor to Charlie Kirk.
And Aaron, the White House Chief of Staff, Susie Wiles, gave an interview today in which she said the White House is putting the final touches on some proposals in the public safety sphere that she said would have some connection to Charlie Kirk's murder.
Yeah, some details we're still looking to hear more from the White House on. But Susie Wiles said in an interview with Scott Jennings on a radio interview that they're working on a comprehensive plan to tackle violence in the United States. Also said that it would be a plan that would stress the importance of free and civil speech. Could be something different than what we're seeing here in Washington, D.C. with the National Guard. She said that President Trump will be talking about that in the coming days. President Trump seemed to allude to at least some part of this last night in a video message he posted on Truth Social, where he said that the administration would go after those who, quote, contributed to this atrocity and other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it. Though, again, we're still waiting to hear more details about the shooter.
Aaron Navarro on the North Lawn of the White House, thank you very much. And the reference that Aaron made to Presidential Medal of Freedom will be given posthumously to Charlie Kirk.